Throughout the relationship, was it him coming back for you, or how did y'all? Okay.
Yeah. We loved each other, so it wouldn't take too much time. We would reach out to each other. I might start an argument or something, and then we'd be back talking.
Now, for other young women who are out there in love, caught up in a man who she sees her future in his eyes, as one of these tired-ass slow songs says, how did you find the courage to walk away, especially for somebody who is so amazing and powerful?
Just walk away. You really mean it. I didn't mean it the other times, but this time I meant it. So it was kind of easy. My mind was like, all right, we're going to do this. And it made it really good to be surrounded by good loved ones and people who every single day reminded me not to go back.
Now, people have said that Brittany Bell is crazy. I mean, this is what I hear. I seen her one time at a buffet. I was trying to get crab legs, didn't really get to know her. I on the outside, just kind of look at how the announcement came out as really shady.
The timing?
You're not angry? Like, there's no sense of, because you have the right to be mad, right?
I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm so disattached from it. And it would be a different thing if I still wanted the relationship. But I don't. So I'm not upset with it. I'm very clear about my feelings are not attached anymore. Had my feelings been attached, I'm sure this would be a different interview. It's just not the case for me. When I said those soul ties have been severed on behalf of me and him, emotionally, I'll always care for him. But it's matured.
But initially, weren't you like, that's now, but initially when you saw it 3 minutes afterwards.
I was so concerned about him and I and what was about to happen with our relationship, because you have to understand, me and him for the first time ever,
we're good.
We're happy and we were getting along. We had learned how to have arguments, disagreements. We had really got through all of our growing pains, and then all of a sudden it was like, this is where I'm going, and my ancestors were like, no, you're not. So it came out of nowhere. So I was really trying to what's going to happen with him and I. Like, even during my birthday, I would leave and go away, go to the bathroom and cry. I had to get a lot together. So I wasn't able to really process all of it right away.
But in the alternate universe, then, if Nick had written the post as beautiful and declarative as the one that you had written, and had put a stake in the ground, like, this is my woman, don't talk to her like that, I stand with her, it almost feels like you guys would still be together right now.
Well, you have to, I'm not taking up for him by any means.
Right.
But you have to understand, the woman's pregnant. That is the mother of his children.
But you had just lost yours.
But you had just lost a child as well.
I know, but...
No, but you had just lost yours.
I know this.
So
I
understand
that, but he can't, he's not going to do that. He has a child. He loves
declaring
Golden.
His love for you doesn't take away from his respect for her.
He made his decision, though. And that was his decision.
You're a better person than
I
me.
totally can understand it. And because I am an aunt, and I love children, I understand the dynamic. I really do. Like I said before, I'm not saying that he shouldn't have stood up for me. He should have. He should have found a way to do it. And he chose not to. That was his decision.
If he would have done it...
It's not going to affect me moving forward.
That's what I was going to ask. If he would have done it, if he would have stood up for you publicly, would you still be with him?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I really don't, to be honest with you. I just believe that it was time for that relationship to come to an end, because it did in the way that it happened. It just made it easy for me to say, okay, I have to really choose myself and give love a second chance. And I didn't think I'd even be excited about love again. And, these new emotions are arising, and I'm feeling excited about a guy. And so I really do feel like I'm happy all that happened.
Mm-hmm. Really?
I am.
So it didn't break you, not even for a moment?
Well, because I would still have to deal with that. I would still have to deal with a baby mother. I don't have to deal with that anymore.
With your current
that you know.
No, not with her current situation.
I don't have to deal with that, because he's a grown man and he knows how to, keep things together. I don't have to deal with that. I'm not dealing with that.
I don't know who he is.
A baby mama. And and now the baby mama doesn't seem to have a ring on her finger, nor does she seem that the home she's appearing to have built and happy at that is not really that.
I don't know. Maybe they are happy, though,
Maybe not.
I wish the best for them. I'm happy, so I want happiness for everybody. I do.
Now, where does that level of positivity come from? Because, see, for me, I wrote a chapter in my book. It was called Death and Destruction. Although it didn't apply to a relationship, now when I think back of some of my exes, there's a couple of those chapters that could have existed, because although I'm happy when we all move on, if you betray me in a certain way, I don't want you to be happy. Like, I want everything in your world to be dark and gloomy.
Jason, that is not evolved.
That's just, it is what it is. I mean, like,
with a straight face.
my point is that where does that strength and like
The
positivity
Zen
come from? And please don't say witchcraft, because I can't.
No.
Jason.
What are you talking about? Where did that come from? Life is too beautiful for me to spend the only time I get to be Jessica White on this earth, you know, putting all that attention on other things, other people. I'd rather spend it making love, and that's why I'm a great lover. I don't want to fight. You know.
So you're not bisexual, right?
I have been in the past for sure.
I have. Oh. Okay.
So I don't know if I would consider that being bisexual or just loving beautiful things.
Heteroflexible.
Yeah.
Was that more like experiential, but not like you're not going to get in a full relationship?
I would never get in a relationship with a woman, but I have had female lovers, yes.
Do you find the emotional relationship with a woman is very different than one with a man?
I've never had an emotional relationship with women.
It was just drinks at the Abbey and we're going to have a good time?
Sexual, always.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I told you, there's this beautiful, soft, kind creature, but there's that sexual energy that'll get your ass.
She has sex.
You know?
Very clear, Jason.
Okay, so no, but you can have sex and not be sexual. Let's be very clear.
Absolutely.
You can have sex.
That's terrible.
No. You can have good sex and not be a sexual person. Because some people, you know, I have a friend who is super ultra busy and he schedules sex. And he loves to have sex.
But he schedules it.
But he schedules it. And I'm like, you're not a scheduled person. Because my ass I'd be scheduling my life around my sex. And I just flow through, you know what I mean? Shit.
We've met you, yes. We are very clear. Everybody here is like, yes, we're very clear.
What do you think about the people who were around you in your relationship with Nick who kind of abandoned you or judged you or took sides? When you look at those people now, do you go, wow?
No. Because I knew.
Did you?
Yeah, of course.
How did you know?
Because I'm very intuitive. I know. I wasn't shocked by anything that played out. The way it played out, I knew.
But didn't you expect somebody to say something? I mean,
no. I expected what happened for it to have happened the way it played out.
And you're not mad at those people either?
Not at all. And that's the honest to God truth.
Damn. You're so much better than me.
It's like Game of Thrones. You were Cersei. That's amazing. She was like, I knew you were nothing when I met you. So all this nothingness.
I'm not saying that. I just
all this
think
nothingness is what I expected.
I just think that, you know, it was a very intense relationship and everyone was involved. And so when it ended, I think everybody needed a break.
Do you feel like people were relieved when it happened to be over?
I don't know. You have to ask them.
Were people threatened by your relationship with Nick?
I don't know. You have to ask them.
Well, they ain't here. You are.
You know them. Ask them.
Did you feel that people were threatened by your relationship with Nick?
She answered.
Because I know, having been around Floyd Mayweather, very closely, I do see how people are very threatened by our friendship because I can't be so honest with him about what I think, what I see, what I feel. And there's been times where they've been like, we need to get him away from the camp, because I'll say, what value does this person bring? Why is this person still here? Wait, this person did what? And so I would assume.
I was a truthful source in Nick's life. Very much what you see is what you get. I was a challenger of all, so I'm sure they probably were like, he's still like really dealing with this girl.
When you look at and this is the last question about Nick, we can move on, but when you look at the end of the relationship, do you find any responsibility in it not working and him finding?
No, I gave it my all. I went back and forth with this for years trying to make it work. And then I thought we were at a place where it was going to work. So I went back another time thinking that it was going to work. We both did, actually. And then that happened. So there's nothing you can do with the universe saying, no. Did you really need one more time? Okay, we're going to give you this one more time.
So
they gave me that one more time, and my ancestors were like, here you go, surprise.
I've said this, and I know you're very deep in thought when it comes to your life, and I know you are too. I don't know about you yet, but you're getting there. I always say that there has to be like some foundational rules for how you live and how you move, right? One of mine is life doesn't go in reverse. Mm-hmm. A relationship, a business deal or business partnership that ends badly, right? A friendship, stuff like that. Do you Do you look at that and think, you know, maybe just going back wasn't the best idea?
I thought maybe I could have not gone back in 2015 after like one of our first big arguments.
What was that about?
Wow.
It had something to do with a girl, and you know, the reason why we took like, I don't know, a few months off from each other, but I looked at that as a very pivotal moment. It was early on, I saw.
Mm. And
before anything, before Brittany was in the picture, anything.
And did you ignore that sign?
I did.
And
I believe that's when I kind of got off path.
Because you were blinded by love, or because you thought it would change, or you believed in him?
All of it, yeah. I really did believe in him. Nick was like the first guy I actually really truly opened up with. Like every other guy always had like strong, you know, I was able to truly be myself for the first time with a male counterpart, and I think that was kind of our thing. We really got along. We bonded because we grew up very similar.